to center field. Harris is back. Oh, Tani! Inevitable!
Hello, it's Kanjan, and today we are going to be ranking every Major League Baseball walk-off home run in the playoffs. I know that's a lot. That's a lot of stipulations there, but it's only happened 62 times. It's a big deal when it happens, and I really want to go through this because it is, bar none to me, in my mind, one of the most exciting things you can experience in all of sports. Just a walk-off home run, period. A home run in and of itself is so exciting. And then a walk-off home run, to have the energy, the excitement, especially when it's at home, the crowd is going crazy. The teammates around you are, they're bouncing up and down. They're waiting for you at home plate. It's one of the best feelings and experiences you can have as a fan. And as a player, just the whole place going crazy with you, because you've hit a bomb to win the game. There's nothing better than that. And so there's different circumstances where it can, it's better than others. I feel like if it's a long game, it's gone deep into the game now, and we're into the later innings, can make it a big deal when there's people on base, especially when your team is down right now, like we're watching here. You're down, to your last few outs or strikes or whatever, and then you flip the script and win the game. Man, it's just so good. So we're going to go through, because it doesn't happen very often in the playoffs. It doesn't even happen every year, but when it does, it is some of the greatest moments of that fan base. That fan base, that city, is going to remember that forever. It's going to live within their lore of their team. And so I might step on some toes here with some of these, because, some of them got to be at the bottom, kind of like with my Harry Potter video. Someone's got to be last place. I'm sorry about that. It's going to happen. But we want to rank these kind of in tiers. We'll look at the tiers here. There's not like an S tier, A tier situation, but just I kind of have them organized where in my mind, this is why these are on the lower end. These are why these are on the higher end. These are why these are kind of mid for me. So some of these are going to be a little less exciting, I guess, than others. We'll go over the criteria in a moment. But that is the idea here of we're trying to kind of piece together why different ones are more exciting than others, why they're more iconic, and how we are going to view each one. So I'm excited to get into this, to see what's at the top here for me. A lot of it's going to be based on calls. Announcer calls can really make or break one, like this one.
This game is tied. Bailey's on the move. Bailey's on the move. And this game is over.
So just like that call added to that walk-off, especially with an inside the Parker. That is crazy. That's one of my criteria for these rankings. Others that I'm looking at, I want to know what the circumstances are. Is this a tie game solo shot with no outs in the bottom of the ninth? Is it, your team is losing and it's the bottom of the 15th and you hit a 3-run shot to win the game with 2 outs, 2 strikes? Those are different situations with different amounts of adrenaline going on for the fan base. So those matter. Does the game matter in the long run? Of course, all of these matter. They're in the playoffs, but did it matter in the long run to all of the rest of the series, further series in the playoffs? What did the team do with this victory? I want to know if it's iconic. Of course, did it last? Is it in the lore of baseball? And then lastly, I went over the kind of call here, but lastly, is it just, does it give me the feeling that walk-offs give you? You know what I'm saying? Does it give me those chills? Does it bring me to tears? Is the baseball poetry there? That's what I want to see. And so, without further ado, let's begin. My first tier here is going to be the no video tier, because we've got a couple here that I just don't have any video at all for. And so we'll go over those first. First one up is the iconic Johnny Bench in the 1973 NLCS. And this one's just kind of there. I mean, Johnny Bench is a big player, but they lose this series. But the next one is on the ALCS side, same season, and the A's do win the World Series this year. So it's a big deal home run. We just don't have any video evidence for it. And then we do have one more that has just no video evidence. Inexplicably, this Nelson Cruz grand slam against the Tigers, couldn't find any video of it that I could stomach to watch because I'm a Tigers fan. So we're just going to leave this one off. I would rank it as 63 if I could. Go Tigers. Next here, we do have video evidence for, thankfully. And these ones are just ones that have slipped past my memory or were just not as big of a deal because of the results, or some of them are just overshadowed by bigger deal home runs that have lived on in lore beyond them. So this is the This Happened tier.
Umpire Corey Blazer. Here's a fly ball into right. Back at the wall. This game is over.
Let's just say this one is the bottom for a reason. It's overshadowed, of course, by a different home run, but both of those have heavy asterisks on them. So bottom to the rung you go.
Of course, Ryan on deck. Ashby, high drive, deep right field. Down the line, if it's fair, Astros win. Astros win. Home run for Alan Ashby.
I mean, this one's before I was born, so I have no memory of it. What I wish I could have no memory of were these Astros uniforms. Oh, it's ridiculous.
Wait to see what happens.
Swinging a drive right field. Way back. Turning Berkman. It is gone. Atlanta wins it. Atlanta wins it. They tie the series.
Atlanta may have tied the series here, but they did not win the series. So, sorry.
Hit well. Back. Home run. Lowenstein, a home run.
Is that wall at 309? Like, my goodness gracious. I'm sure Orioles fans think this is like the best thing ever, but I don't know about it, so sorry.
If Carlos Correa hits one out of here, you may see it
might hit us up
the
here.
world's longest bat flip. 1 ball, 1 strike.
In the air, center field. Correa's watching. This is back, and it's gone.
Carlos Correa catching all my wrath, but if it happened in 2020, it didn't happen.
In the air, right center field. Let's get a chance.
Yeah, this is the ALDS, and just Tampa Bay did not win the series. I'm pretty sure they lost the next game after this, so brief excitement.
Since being in the bullpen.
Did he do it again? He did!
This is the bottom of the 12th at least, so that's fun. But aside from that, just kind of a meh walk-off, especially in the face of other Yankees walk-offs. So
Wong hits it into right, into the corner. Game over. Wong wins it in the ninth.
another another fun moment for a team that didn't win their series. So, it's very exciting. Again, it's the playoffs. It looks cool, but whatever.
For a big fly. Nixon high in the air, deep to center. Burns is back at the warning track at the wall. It's gone! And the Red Sox have stayed alive with a win in the 11th.
Trot Nixon, great name for home runs. And Red Sox do win the series, but lose the next one to Aaron Boone and the Yankees.
Driven down the left field line. And it is gone!
Yeah, I mean, this is over an overmatched Twins team. My favorite part of this video, period, is watching A-Rod try to catch the helmet and just getting it thrown as far away from him as possible.
Your managers weren't that desperate.
That's what I'm saying. When I was active.
Oh, man, Tony Pena on 3-0 sends everybody home.
I didn't know about this one going into researching for this video, but what an all-timer of a call. This really doesn't have anything else going for it, but that call is iconic.
High drive up the alley in left center field, and this one is going to be gone. Home run, McGuire.
How can a World Series walk-off home run be ranked this low and no one know what happened? Because it was in the 1988 World Series and something else happened in that World Series that was a little bit more iconic, and the A's lost, so that happened. But, crazy that was in the same series. This next tier is just regular exciting. This is just, it's a walk-off in the playoffs. Everyone's excited about it, and I kind of remember it also. So, here we go.
Game 3. Fry, deep drive, left field. Fry's watching. It is a walk-off home run. David Fry lights up the Cleveland night.
This one, if you don't remember, then you have a really poor memory. It just happened last season. But, it's just kind of there. It's exciting for Cleveland. They lose the series 2 games later.
In the air to left. It's deep. It's very deep. It's 3-0 Yankees in the series.
Yeah, I mean, overmatched Braves team here in the World Series. So it's a World Series walk-off. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be cool. But Braves aren't winning this anyway. It was over already.
And Deal swung on, hit high in the air to deep right center field. Back goes Ichiro on the track at the wall. She's gone.
This one might be a little controversial because it is 0-1. It is the Yankees. And they are taking down that Mariners team. So it's pretty big. But I'll take any opportunity I can to take the Yankees down a peg. That's fine by me.
And Turner in the air to center field. That ball's hit well. Martinez on the run. This is way back, and it is gone!
Most iconic part of this home run, besides Justin Turner's amazing beard, is this fan just snagging this ball with the glove, bringing the glove to the park, and just reaching over the railing, getting it. Good job not falling over the railing. So, well done, fan.
There have been 7 walk-off homers by a catcher in postseason history. Do I hear number 8? Red Sox win it!
This is like top of the 13th, it's a big deal. But it's it's the front row of the Green Monster. What are you gonna do? They're happy about it.
Alvarez launches deep right field, and this one is gone! And the Astros walk them off in Game 1. Yordan Alvarez! Are you kidding me?
It's the Astros recently, so people aren't gonna like it for sure. But this was pretty cool, going from down to up.
Left field, and the Red Sox are winners.
This one might be one of my more controversial ones that are this low. Manny with the pose. In my thumbnail even, Javi Baez is mimicking this pose. And yeah, that's about all this has going for it, I feel like. I mean, it's the Red Sox year for sure, but this is just Manny being Manny.
Vukovic slams one deep right field. It's all over. George Vukovic, a pinch hit home run. What a magnificent job that man has done.
Great call on that one. This is kind of the middle tier epitome of it. Look at those Expos uniforms. Good Lord. This is regular exciting.
3 balls, 2 strikes, the pitch. Swinging a long drive. Deep left field. Going. It's gone. Goodbye. Game over. It's a walk-off. Game-winning, season-saving home run for Jason Ward.
Boy, they were certainly fired up about this in Washington. That call is an all-timer. But they lose the next game. So it it saved their season for one more game, but it ended the next game. So it's kind of a dud in that regard, but great call, great atmosphere.
Deep right field, way back, cutter going back to the wall. It's gone. Home run Garvey, and there will be tomorrow.
What a name, Steve Garvey. I love that. This one had some big implications, and it was cool in other regards, but the call on the atmosphere maybe could have been a little bit better, but this is, it's exciting.
Hits into deep left center. 13th inning. Mets win game 3.
This one, of course, propels the Mets in this year to a run, and this one I feel like lives in Mets lore in a lot of ways. Great atmosphere. The team's going crazy. Love it.
As long as, that's hit well to center field. Finley goes back. It's over.
I feel like these last two are very closely related. They're close in time, of course, but I love this. Just like he reaches up, he thinks he has it, and then it's just not in the glove. He thought he had it. Even the call is delayed because they're like, does he have it? Do we know? So that just adds to it for me for sure. So these next home runs, they're where the legends are made. They're the legendary home runs. And there's some tiers above this one even, but this is the legends are made in the playoffs. This is where these legends were created.
Swing and a high fly ball. Left field. Way back. Ball game. Gonzalez walks it off. And the Guardians are moving on to the division series.
This one is maybe not as super crazy well known as others in this tier, but it is a wild card game before they were doing wild card series. So it's a series winner, bottom of the 15th too. Crazy.
Can't wait. In the air, we go to St. Louis with Houston in front 3 games to 2.
This one felt insane at the time. Houston was just on a high, heading into Game 6, feeling really good about themselves until they weren't.
As he hooked it, home run distance, but on the right side of the foul ball. Wow.
Max Muncy in the World Series, down 2-0, almost hits this walk-off in the bottom of the 15th. And we'll see what happens next, which makes this a legendary status.
Muncy flies one in the air to left center. Back at the wall, and there's
It's over! Muncy, a walk-off home run to win Game 3 in the 18th.
And then in the 18th, Muncy pulls it out, and everyone goes crazy. Of course, Boston wins this series, but what a crazy turn of events, bottom of the 18th.
Myers deals, swung on and driven to deep left. It is high, it is far, and it's gone. Yankees win. Bye! Yankees win.
Bernie Williams was a man on a mission every time he was in the playoffs. Hit so many bombs and 2 walk-offs, one of only a couple in this list with more than one. This one may be a little less iconic than the next.
2 in the bottom of the ninth. The payoff pitch. Big Poppy hits it to deep right field. Big Poppy and the Red Sox walk off with the win.
This is just the iconic Big Poppy moonshot. And of course, it's propelling them in a lot of ways to what was to come in 2004. So not as big as his later walk-off in 04. That will come much later. But this moment is one for Sox fans to hold dear as well.
Fly ball, right field. Maybe. It could be. Back at the wall. Goodbye. Home run. The Yankees win.
Walking it off in the rain. The call is there. The magic is there. Yeah, this one really is getting up there in the iconic status.
Swinging, lining it to left. It's gone. It's gone. It's gone. Chris Burke. Holy Toledo. What a way to finish.
Chris Burke, not a name you think of for this era of the Astros, really, but this home run is, was huge to them at the time. Of course, they go down to the White Sox this year in the World Series, but to get them there, this was a big part of what made the season special for the Stros.
Adolis Garcia sends one the other way. That sends Carroll back. He's at the wall, and the legend grows. Adolis Garcia wins Game 1.
This is one that could inch up a little higher once it gets a little bit more longevity for sure. Adolis Garcia just went off that postseason. 8, 9 home runs, I think, for the whole playoffs. And then one going into Game 1 of the World Series. Maybe if this is a little later in the World Series, I could see this being even bigger, kind of like Dave Freese kind of dude just popping off. Look at this shot. What a crazy shot. I'm getting dizzy.
A drive to right. Back to Georgia. Gone. A grand slam. What a scene at Shea.
Well, they will not let Robin Ventura run around the bases.
This one is known as the walk-off grand slam single because Ventura never makes it to home plate, never makes it to second base even, and the umps leave, and Atlanta is forever salty about this one for sure. But yeah, he hits a grand slam and never makes it around the bases.
The 0-1. Swung on and drilled deep to center field. Doing back Lewis, still back, looking up. See ya! A home run! Bernie Williams, and the Yankees win the game 4-3.
Bernie Williams hits his second of 2 walk-offs in the playoffs. This one a little bit more iconic than the last, but anything Bernie does in the playoffs is going to live on forever. The man is a legend. And so he really powers a lot of the Yankees wins in this era, for sure.
Swing and a drive down the left field line. This one's got a chance. Curling, gone! It's gone! Alex Gonzalez has done it!
in the bottom of the 12th inning in Game 4, and the Marlins have tied this series at 2 games apiece.
This one's big because it mattered. Of course, Marlins taking down the Yankees in 0-3. What a crazy short home run, 330 on the wall, just sneaking over on the line drive. Insane.
2 home runs during the regular season. And we are going to Game 7 in the National League Championship Series.
This one is the reason why Jeff Kent's home run gets overshadowed, because the very next game, the Cardinals pulled this out with Jim Edmonds poking one over and then winning it in 7 to take him to the World Series.
Postseason hits one to deep right center field. Back at the wall. This ball is gone.
Scott Postseason giving the White Sox a 2-0 lead in the 2005 World Series. Not really known for going yard like this, but absolute clutch hitting by one of their best players in a big spot. Not the player you expect it from, but huge.
Hit to right. Pass going back. Going back. It's gone.
And like the last one, this one's not in the World Series, but it leads to a championship for the Mets in '86. And yeah, I mean, there's been a lot of big Mets ones on this legendary list, but none bigger than this one. This next tier is kind of weird, but I'm putting a lot of the really old ones in here. Not all of them, but some of them. I feel like some of them could be a lot lower than this. Some of them could be even higher than this. So I kind of bunched them together because a lot of people aren't going to know these, but I don't want recency bias either.
It's Eddie Matthews at the plate. And he connects. Hank Bauer moves back, but the ball is out of reach. A home run and a 7-5 Milwaukee victory.
This one's just so cool with the old black and white footage. You've got the like chain link fence out there for the with the sign hanging on it. It looks so cool and sounds so cool. You've got the fake bat sound coming off of it. Fun call, cool old home run.
Here's Mantle. He's grounded to short. He's walked. He's doubled to right. The big Yankee crowd roaring now for some action. There's a high drive. It's a deep right. And forget about it. It is gone. The ball game's over.
One of the best to ever do it, Mickey Mantle going yard here in the World Series. Just a huge moment. And you know, all business for the Yankees here. They're excited, but whatever.
Dusty Rhodes, sub-outfielder, comes off the bench to bat for Urban. He's been a big man for the Giants this season. 15 pinch hits in 45 trips. Rhodes cuts at the first pitch. And there goes the ball down the right field line. A home run into the seats, and the ball game's over.
I love that guy right at the end there. He's just kind of like an old-timey dude with the chew in his mouth. Man, this old footage is so cool. I love it so much.
He hits one deep to right center. That ball is out of here. The Yankees win the pennant. Holy cow, Chris Chambliss on one swing.
This one's one of my favorites with the call, of course. And then you've got this old school, like 70s era where the fans are just rushing the field. And Chris Chambliss is just tripping over people. I think he gets to third, but he never makes it home. Just you see the cops around him just trying to usher him out safely because everyone's mobbing him. He's trying to survive at this point. What a crazy scene to be in.
Newcomb's third pitch is a curveball. Hendricks slams it for a long drive into the lower right field stands. And it's all over but the shouting. This mighty home run blast in the last half of the ninth makes Tommy Hendricks the hero of the day and gives Yankee hurler Allie Reynolds a 1-0 two-hit shutout of the Dodgers as the Yanks take the first game of the series.
And this is the first one. 1949, this is the first walk-off home run in playoffs history. Happened in the World Series with the Yankees, of course. And, man, just the old-timey, it's like a radio broadcaster he's just giving you the news. Just the evening news. He doesn't even care about the announcing. So fun. So like those old-time ones, I mean, they're a lot of fun, but as far as the very, very top, I feel like they don't quite belong. There's a few more that don't quite belong in the top tier of this list. And so this is my top 16. I know it's a weird number, but the important part here is the asterisk. They don't quite belong at the top yet.
Reyes fires, swing and a drive, deep left field. This is way back. Walk him off, Chris Taylor.
This is another one of those wild card games before the series existed. I don't think Dodgers went very far after this either in 2021, but an electric spot here.
There's a drive to deep left field, and the ball game is over.
What's even more electric than that? How about best in the biz crowd in Toronto up north? You got the shaky center field camera. You got the call. You got the fans and the crowd and the team going nuts. You got the hockey goal horn because it's Canada going off. Just one of the most electric places, period. Experiencing this, series winner. It's just a game, just a single game. It's in the bottom of the 11th. Absolutely iconic.
Altuve has just sent the Astros to the World Series.
Now this one should be top 10. It should be. But you know why it's not. You see him hugging his jersey there. He doesn't want him to rip it off. What's under the jersey? We don't really know. This is the trash can team. And, of course, because of that, biggest asterisk we got.
There it goes. A long drive. If it stays fair, home run.
This one would have been huge. It would have been so huge, giving the Sox a World Series Game 6, but of course they lose in 7, and the Bambino curse continues on for many more decades to come. But what a huge moment would have been even bigger. These are it. This is the best of the best. These are the ones that bring me to tears. They give me chills. This is baseball poetry. Put this all to music. Listen to the calls, listen to the crowd, watch the amazing scenes.
First time in the history of Major League Baseball playing the World Series during the month of November, and for very good reason. Everything pushed back 1 week after September the 11th, pushing the postseason back, and now officially into November as Derek Jeter bats with 2 out and nobody on. Jeter hits it into right. Back at the wall. Game over. Yankees win and the series is tied.
Yes, we're absolutely going to listen to every call in full for these top 12. Derek Jeter, the captain, now Mr. November, doing it in the World Series, in this World Series, in this city in 01. Crazy moment.
Leading by 3 as Boone hits it to deep left. That might send the Yankees to the World Series. Boone, a hero in Game 7.
might be a little controversial putting the two big Yankees ones down here, of course, but yeah, I mean, Booney's big one to send the Red Sox packing and take the Yankees to the World Series in Game 7 of the ALCS. Chef's kiss moment. Just an electric spot and one of the biggest of all time.
Travis Ishikawa hits one into right. The Giants win the pennant.
The call here, of course, echoing one of the most famous calls in baseball history, with just, at one of the great ballparks, with one of the great fans. You almost have this like kind of 70s vibe going on here just with the team. They're so excited. Travis is trying hard to just get around the bases. Just an amazing feeling here.
1-0, swinging a fly ball, left field is deep. It's way back. The Tigers are going to the World Series. 3-run walk-off home run. Oh man! Odoji is around third. He's into a box-seat at home. The Tigers have beat the A's 6-3, completed a 4-game sweep in one of the greatest turnarounds in baseball history.
This one is, I'm going to have to take my time with this one, y'all. This is the reason I'm doing this video, this home run right here. This is the reason this category is called Chills/Tears. I can just think about this call from Dan Dickerson, not even hear it, and tear up a little bit. I am convinced that every time anyone plays the TV broadcast call instead of Dan's radio call, an angel loses its wings. One of the best calls of all time. One of the best home runs of all time. If it were really my heart's list, this would be number one. This is one of, if not the best moments in Detroit sports history. And as a Tiger fan, this is core memory for me. Man, just the atmosphere, the call. I know we lost the World Series. I really don't care. It's just simply one of the best of all time.
Into right, well hit. Back at the wall. It's off the wall. 1 run scores. Here comes Berkman. Freeze has tied it. 7-7. Unbelievable. Freeze hits it in the air to center. We will see you tomorrow night.
I know I was hating on the Rangers earlier, but man, you got to feel for him in this spot. Down to 1 strike to win the World Series, and David Freese just burns them twice. And then they go on to lose in 7. Just gut-wrenching for them, but absolutely iconic for David Freese. The call, of course, mimicking another.
MVPs themselves, a lot of chances funneled to them. And the bases will be loaded here for Freddie Freeman with the Dodgers down 3-2 and down to their last out in Game 1.
Well, the good news here for Dodgers is Freddie Freeman doesn't necessarily have to do anything but get a single and jog to first. But beating something out in the ground will be limited because of his ankle.
Yeah, the kind of at-bat that every kid that plays baseball dreams of one day having. You tell yourself, right, all right, bottom of the 10th, bases loaded, World Series, one-run game, Dodgers, Yankees. Reality for Freddie Freeman right here. Taylor the tying run, Edman the winning run. Cortez delivers. Freeman hits the ball to right field. She is gone! Gibby, meet Freddie. Game 1 of the World Series. Game 1 World Series poetry. Freddie Freeman, 36 years after Kirk Gibson's Game 1 walk-off against Dennis Eckersley with a walk-off home run of his own. The Gibson had 2 bad legs. Freeman had 1 bad ankle. As it was on an October night 36 years ago, a hobbled Game 1 hero.
This one is probably maybe even a little high right now, but I have the feeling that it's got some longevity and it's going to even grow as time goes on. I think 20 years from now, this one could be top 5, top 4 even. I don't think the top 3 are getting touched, but the call, the situation, he hit it into those bleachers with that call, with that callback. In that situation, in that spot, oh, just chef's kiss. Like, you cannot. Baseball is so poetic. It's so poetic, y'all. And this kind of stuff is why. Just all the emotions. Freddie goes off in this World Series, and it was so fun to watch.
Into deep left center from Mitchell, and we'll see you tomorrow night.
One of the greatest calls of any home run of all time. So famous, so iconic. I love the pitcher just sulking off the mound. Kirby Puckett, just a killer in these situations. And this is a crazy spot. Game 6. This is the reason why Dave Freese is so big, is because it mirrored this perfectly. Game 6, and then winning it in Game 7 after the walk-off in Game 6. I think both situations elevate each other in this case, but this is the OG.
Second and didn't score. Smith corks one into right, down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals have won the game.
We're in the top 5, and to me, this is an iconic call involving an iconic player. This is what walk-offs are all about. Big players showing up in big moments on the biggest stages and doing incredible things that people talk about forever and ever and ever. This is just one of those things. The call is there. The player is there. Hall of Famer, one of the best to ever do it, Ozzie Smith.
Ortiz into deep right field. Back is Sheffield. We'll see you later tonight. A 5-hour, 2-minute game, and worth every second of it for the Boston Red Sox. 4 huge outs picked up by Leskanic. A leadoff hit by Ramirez, and David Ortiz sends everybody home just over 5 hours after it began.
The Yankees had been pitching him inside all night. He finally connected. A guy who won the division series against the Anaheim Angels wins this game here tonight.
Speaking of one of the best to ever do it, Big Papi, just in this moment, putting the Sox on his back. Backs up against the wall, bottom of the 12th, down to their last stretch that they can get here, down to the last game, down 3-0 in this ALCS. And he puts one in the seats and inspires this team. Watch them celebrate this. This is a team that still has a long way to crawl back. And yet this group, this team, breaks the curse of the Bambino, brings the rings back to Boston. And it starts with this home run right here. It's not the World Series, but it's as big as the World Series. It brings the World Series back to Boston against the Yankees. Just the biggest spot you could possibly imagine. First team to do it, coming back from 3-0 to win. And this is the catalyst. It starts with this right here. One of the very best sports stories of our time. And it's really hard to top this kind of a story in this kind of setting and this home run.
Here's the pitch on the way, a swing and a belt, left field, way back, Blue Jays win it! The Blue Jays are World Series champions as Joe Carter hits a 3-run home run in the 9th inning, and the Blue Jays have repeated as World Series champions. Touch 'em all, Joe. You'll never hit a bigger home run in your life.
So how do you top Big Papi? Well, you top one of the best stories of all time with the one that preceded it, one of the best stories of all time. Joe Carter hitting a walk-off to win the World Series. Game 6, taking the Blue Jays back-to-back on the championships. Just one of the most well-known, famous, iconic, best calls of all time. One of the greatest moments, of course, happening in Toronto with this rabid Blue Jays fans in the Rogers Center. Crazy, they're still playing there. I think they're kind of stuck. But what an amazing moment. This doesn't happen very often. The times that it's happened are here. And one other home run to come. We're top 3 now. You know they're big. Winning a World Series on a home run doesn't get much bigger than that.
Here's a swing and a high fly ball going deep to left. This may do it. Back to the wall goes Berra. It is home run. The Pirates win. The 1960 World Champions defeat the New York Yankees. The Pirates 10 and the Yankees 9.
Old heads are going to think that I am crazy putting this at number 2, but I will tell you, this is the OG. This is the home run of home runs for a long time. Pirates going over the Yankees, Game 7 of the World Series, walking it off. And this, it's the original best home run of all time. And some would argue it's still at that level. And, you know, I can't argue with that. I understand. But it's definitely top 2. Can't get much bigger than this. But what could be better? How about this?
high fly ball into right field. She is gone! In a year that has been so improbable, the impossible has happened.
From Eckersley, Gibson swings and a fly ball to deep right field. This is going to be a home run. Unbelievable! A home run for Gibson. And the Dodgers have won the game 5-4. I don't believe what I just saw. I don't believe what I just saw. Is this really happening, Bill? It is happening, and they've got to help him home. The third base coach, Joe Malfitano, had to give him a little push, and all the Dodgers are around home plate. I don't believe what I just saw. One of the most remarkable finishes to any World Series game. A one-handed home run by Kirk Gibson, and the Dodgers have won it 5-4. And I am stunned, Bill. I have seen a lot of dramatic finishes in a lot of sports, but this one might top almost every other one.
You get 2 for 1 on iconic, legendary, best of all time, just goated calls on this one home run. And you add to it the Freddie Freeman. I think similar to David Freese and Kirby Puckett, kind of mirroring each other and elevating both of them. I think maybe before Freddie Freeman, I would have this at number 2, I think. But now that that's happened, and it's mirrored this, I mean, look at Gibby. I mean, they're like barely touching him. They're like, we just want to high five you and kind of tap your helmet and just wrap you in bubble wrap because we know you're hurt. We know you're hobbling around the bases. And Freddie wasn't even hurt that badly. Gibby is he's hurting both legs, and in this spot, smokes a walk-off. This is a long at-bat, too. If you watch the full at-bat, it's like 8-9 pitches. It's crazy what he goes through for this. The calls on this, the mimicking with Freddie, I think it just puts it over the edge. I know it's game 1. I know it doesn't win the World Series, but the Dodgers do win, and this is, in my mind, the best home run of all time, playoffs or not. So that's my list. All 62 playoff walk-off home runs, ranked from 62 to 1, with Gibby at the top. I want to know what you think of my rankings. Where do you agree? Where do you disagree? Where did I go wrong? And again, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, tell YouTube you liked it. Leave a like. Drop that down below. If you didn't like it, then subscribe. I am doing a different video every time, completely different. On your screen right now is a preview for the next video, not baseball related at all. So you might like that next one. Subscribe for more there. And thank you so much for watching. I'll see y'all next time.